Hi everyone, welcome to Katara Moves at Home. I believe that every move counts, which means no matter if your practice today will be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 1 hour, it counts. And we will start sitting in whatever is comfortable for you. You may have your legs crossed, or you may go to Virasana, sitting on your heels. Sometimes you might want to have a block or a cushion to sit on to elongate your spine. Whatever it is, make sure that whatever posture you choose, you will be comfortable to sit in this posture for about 3 minutes. I will place my hands on my knees, but even for you here, you may choose where you want them to be. And as you take a deeper breath, and complete exhale, I invite you to close your eyes or maybe gaze down on the floor in front of you. And from here, soften your forehead and area around your eyebrows. Your shoulders heavy and they drop towards the floor. The chest is slightly expanding with an inhale. Belly is soft. Notice how your hands are resting on your knees. Notice the surface underneath you. Now bring your attention, your awareness onto your breath. Notice how subtle and shallow your breath is. Notice how it is happening on its own, without any forcing. And let's take next inhale deeper and exhale, complete. One more deeper inhale and complete exhale. With the next inhale, you open your eyes. You notice the space around you, the lighting, the temperature in the room, your space within this space. With the next inhale, let's reach, circle both hands towards the ceiling. And exhale, press both hands over to both sides. Inhale, bringing both hands towards the shoulders, and exhale as you feel pressing something away. You're rounding your spine and your chin drops. Inhale, reach up with both hands, maybe even look up. Exhale, forward bend. You're reaching towards the floor. For the next inhale, lift your hips up. And we're going to first focus on what's involved in the technique part of the practice. Bring both fingers, both thumbs, at the lower part of your rib cage. Your pinky fingers will be at the top of your pelvis. The rest three fingers will be on both sides from your belly button. Now imagine that you want to press the belly button into the three fingers. A subtle movement, it's almost unnoticed, but it gives you sensation that your core, this core, is more stable. It's like you engage all your core muscles in a way that's hardly noticeable to anyone else who is looking. So only you know That's right, now you're creating this bracing around your core. Now let's take and use the same stable position for our core in a dynamic movement. Just bringing your hips towards the heels. And up. And down. And up. Same stable core. And down. And up. And one more time, down. And up. Release your hands. And one more time, down. Still in your mind, you're imagining how that thing is as stable as you just felt it underneath your fingers. And we're getting to all fours. Still creating that bracing around the core muscles. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. On your inhale, you will reach with your head up, your tailbone will rise up. Exhale, gaze down, chin drops, surrounding the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. Such a simple movement, but so much wisdom and therapeutic benefits for your spine, and therefore for your whole body. I invite you to move slowly, like really slowly, so that you not only just make a movement and you do something with your spine, but that you are becoming ultimately present to whatever is happening while you are moving. Connecting the move with your breath. Choosing your pace, the speed of your movement, the depth of your movement. Noticing if there is any discomfort along the spine. Just paying attention. And one more round of up, down. And coming back with a neutral spine. Extending your left leg. And extending your right arm, and the arm can even create a fist. Now thinking of that bracing around the core muscles, engaging those core muscles, gazing down so that the spine is still stable and neutral, and then lifting your left leg, pointing the toes towards the floor, holding here for another 10 seconds. And on the exhale, just swipe down, bringing the knee and the elbows towards the floor. And another one, big extension, same leg, same arm, holding here for just 6 seconds. And down. And last one, same leg, same arm, holding here for just 3 seconds. And down. Hands and knee are back on the floor. Bring the hips towards the heels, rounding your spine, child's pose. Inhale, coming up, all fours. Same thing for the other side. First, the right leg is extended. The left arm, hand is creating a fist is extended. The spine is neutral, so we are gazing down. And now creating that core stability. The spacing and bracing sensations around your spine. And then lifting your right leg, pointing the toes onto the floor. So the whole leg is charging, it's active. Gazing down, the core is active. We're still here for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and swiping down. Inhale, extend for another 6, 5, and swipe down. And we're still moving even when we're holding. Inhale up. 3, 2, 1, and down. Both hands, knees, and floor. Sliding the hips back for the child's pose. Inhale all fours. And now with the next exhale, we're sliding the hips back towards the heels, gazing up. So our head drops backwards. Exhale, we're sliding forward. Pelvis is sliding forward towards the floor. We're gazing downwards. Inhale, looking up. Hips sliding back. Exhale, front. We're flossing our spine right now. Gently moving back and forth. Warming up. This movement also has a very therapeutic effect for our spine muscles. And one more time. Moving, sliding to the front, gazing down, and sliding back, gazing up. And releasing, coming to all fours, tucking your toes. Hands are pressing to the floor, all 5 fingers, and then lifting your hips back and up for your downward facing dog. And here I invite you, I truly invite you to experiment, becoming that researcher in a lab, in a laboratory where your body is a laboratory. Experimenting with your feet, and your hands and fingers, the width of your feet. Your neck is relaxed, you can move your head. The goal here is to open our chest. Feel free to bend your knees. This will allow you to have a little more leverage. Open your chest more. Imagine like your chest is sinking towards the floor. Or maybe now, as you straighten one leg and then the other, you may notice that you also have a sensation along your hamstrings, the back side of your legs. Inhale, lift your heels, slide forward for 5 minutes. Gaze down. Again, that bracing and spacing of your core, stabilizing the muscles of your core. Inhale deeply, exhale, lower your knees. Same thing, this whole core is charging. Pointing your toes, and then your elbows are looking down, and you're just doing the halfway down, just halfway. Up, and down, and up, and down, and up. And now we're going all the way down. With the next inhale, you lift your shoulders up, your belly button is on the floor. We're engaging the lower back muscles and the glutes. Holding here, and exhale, coming down, look towards the left shoulder. Inhale up, exhale, look towards the right shoulder. And one more time, inhale up, exhale down, tucking your toes, pressing the floor away, sliding the hips towards the heels, child's pose. Inhale, downwards facing dog. Inhale, lift the hips, slide towards the high leg, spacing and bracing the core. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your chest. This time we will create a lock with your elbows behind your back. The next inhale, we will lift both your feet and your chest off the floor. Your belly button is definitely on the floor right now. Holding here for another 5 seconds. And down. And one more time, holding feet and shoulders off the floor. And down. And releasing here. Hands come to the floor, tucking your toes and pressing the floor, really sliding your back towards the heels, rounding your spine, releasing the tension, the compression of the lower back. Inhale, downward facing dog. And final, inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Spacing the bracing of the core. Same sensation, gazing down. Spine is neutral. We are applying a load on our spine. So the goal here is to keep our spine as neutral as possible. And this activation of our core muscles will help us to build and strengthen the stability that we require. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the knees. Pointing the toes, slowly back. You may walk your elbows slightly further away. We are coming into the Sphinx pose. We're creating a very gentle curve in the lower back. You may choose to gaze down, but it will look just in front of you to see which one feels more right. For some people, this feels too much compression in the vertebra, in the cervical spine. For some people, this is a very too gentle version. So they might want or might need to bring their elbows closer to their chest to really make the curve deep. One more deep inhale here. On the exhale, we tuck our toes. We engage the muscles and we come back to that forearm roll. Same sensations in core. We're holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. Pointing the toes. With control, we lower the belly. And coming all the way to the floor, creating a cushion for our right cheek. Maybe even rolling your hips here from side to side. Hands coming to the chest, on the both sides of the chest. We're pressing the floor away, rounding the spine very gently. Child's pose. Inhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, slide forward, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees. And this time we will go to the side plank. So first I will explain an option of the side plank that will be beneficial for those whose core muscles are not yet stable and strong enough. In this case, you bend your knees, your hips, your pelvis is on the floor. You create a good leverage. Your elbows is under your shoulder, right here. So you feel the stability here. And your left arm, your left hand is going to be on the hip here. The spacing, bracing here, the same sensation, activation of the core. And then the inhale, all we have to do is just to bring our pelvis towards the front. And holding here for just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hips are sliding back towards the heels, towards the feet. In this case, we're not putting too much load immediately on our spine. We're in control. We're having some rest here. If you need any adjustment or something that has to be changed, feel free to do so. In case there's any pain or something that's bothering you, then either make the version even much more gentler or just skip this exercise at all. When you're ready, we'll do the same thing. We'll bring the hips, the pelvis towards the front. If you feel that this is already a good option, you feel stable and could stay here longer, just come to the full side plank. The top leg is the front, so we're having more stability here with our feet. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to the other side. So once again, I'll do one option as a more gentle version, and second option will be more of an advanced option. My knees are bent, my core is engaged, I have a good leverage with my elbow, my arm. When I'm ready, my pelvis, my hips are going to slide towards the front. I'm holding here for 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slide the hips back. The second time, you may either do the same movement, the more gentle version, let's go this way, or you'll extend, lengthen both legs. It's totally fine to have stability with your feet to help yourself. So one foot can be the front, and the second foot can be at the back. And when you're ready, you will lengthen, creating that spacing and bracing and spacing, that core engagement, and hold it here. For just a few more seconds. And as you're ready, coming onto the forearms. Lowering your knees and sliding back. Some rest jazz pose. Coming up. Coming onto our back, laying down. And here we will just do one more movement that is meant to strengthen our back muscles, build stability around our back muscles. So as your feet are on the ground, you bring your elbows onto the floor on both sides of your body. And when you're ready, on the inhale, you'll lift your hips up, and hold here. And this feels too easy. And what we will do is we will lengthen the legs, left or right. And again, your main focus, your whole mind right now is into creating that core stability, the bracing sensation in your core. Holding here for another just few seconds. And lowering down. Just a few breaths of full rest. On the inhale, same thing, hips up, creating the bracing, the core engagement. And then same leg, for me it was my left leg was extended. I extend the same leg, but I'm going to hold for just slightly short period of time. And down. A few moments of rest. And when you're ready, we're going to continue with the same thing, making our core, our spine, the back muscles stronger. And inhale, lifting both, raising the hips up, rooting into the standing foot while we extending the other leg. and down. And again, if extending the leg is too much for you right now, then just keep the hips up, both feet on the ground, and work on that sensation of the core engagement. This is more important right now. We're not rushing anywhere. We have all the time on earth to build the strength. But what we do not want to do is to go too fast, too quickly, too far too quickly, and reach that tipping point. And for everyone, it's a very individual thing. Want to cross that tipping point. Inhale, hips go up, and you may stay here. Just work on that spacing and bracing in all your core, or you can extend that leg. Hold here for another just few rounds. And down. Bringing both knees towards the chest. And then we'll finish with two twists. So at some point, both knees will just drop towards your left or your right side. Doesn't really matter. The opposite shoulder will reach towards the floor. Feeling the sensation of the twisting along the spine, along the spine. Inhale, both knees can slide up. Maybe for a few seconds again, rolling here from side to side, just kind of add a bit of massage here. Also creating some nice flexion this time. It's such a nice sensation in the lower back. It's almost like a counter pose where all those back bends and strength building exercises. And then at some point both knees will drop and the shoulder will drop, and it's not really necessary to make sure that your shoulder reaches the floor or your knees have to reach the floor. As long as you are creating the twisting shape and you feel it on your spine, this is your target area. And we do not want to feel any pain or any significant discomfort. And the next inhale, knees up, knees towards the chest. We'll finish with a happy baby. So bring the feet up facing the ceiling, and you may try to grab either your soles of the feet or your ankles, whatever feels right. So we may just try to grab our soles of the feet from the inner side of your feet. And push, very gently push the knees towards the floor. So we're opening the hip joints. We're also feeling that lower back. And you may notice if for you the lower back is rising, lifting, or you feel more at ease when you place and completely towards the floor, towards the mat. Maybe you can rock here from side to side. Feeling the weight of your feet into your hands. And release the feet. Extend across the hands. And finish with a short resting pose. Shavasana, where we allow things to just be as they are, we're not trying to fix it. The rest of the exercise is as important, or maybe even more important in some cases, than the exercise itself. During the rest, we create the context, we create the opportunity, the space for our body to use its natural processes, certain mechanisms, magical mechanisms sometimes, to strengthen us. So your forehead is soft, the area around your eyebrows. Your belly is soft. Maybe you scan your body in your own pace, in your own rhythm. Just find your sensation that you might feel as vibrations, tingling, anything that draws your attention that specifically is coming out of your body. And all this is being done with a sense of curiosity. This I'm curious. What is it that I'm feeling? Where is it that I'm feeling? If I'm liking it or not? If this is something that makes me feel good or doesn't make me feel right. Whatever is it happening, you're not really criticizing it, you're just listening, you're becoming a listener that's evaluating the results of the research you've been doing for the last 30 minutes. And now let's take a deep inhale into the belly and completely exhale. One more deep inhale into the belly and exhale. Maybe moving your toes and fingers, breaking up your body and reaching towards the back of the mat or over your head, I'd say. Breathing deeply, bringing knees to the chest of the shoulders. Maybe you feel the walls here back and forth. And slowly going all the way to the right, helping yourself coming back to the sitting posture. Thank you for being here and moving here. Every movement